See, this is the problem. The problem is we have been brainwashed with a philosophy. We have been brainwashed with a certain narrative. These people have never proved to us that we came here on a slave ship. Again, I'm not saying slavery did not happen. What I'm saying is, where is the ships to prove it?
The research guy and his wannabe aboriginals are crazy local. They're literally trying to claim the slave trade was a hoax. The research guy is spitting on his ancestors, who had to endure the horrors of slavery and had to fight for black liberation. The research guy needs to understand that real black history, such as the Atlantic slave trade, deserves to be told. The history of slavery needs to be preserved for future generations to learn from, and for black Americans to know their roots and history. The Black American reparations movement depends on the history of slavery being told. The research guy can try all he wants, but he will never get real black history canceled and have it replaced with his pseudo-wannabe Aboriginal history that never existed. There have been over 36,000 documented slave ship voyages from Africa to the Americas, with each ship carrying hundreds to thousands of slaves. This is a fact and cannot be hidden or refuted. The research guy needs to understand this simple fact. Those slave ships were made of wood, which deteriorates over decades, especially after being exposed to the elements of the open sea. Which is why most of these slave ships were either dismantled or destroyed. Much of the wood and metal that was used to build these slave ships were either recycled, reused, or destroyed. During the period of the Atlantic slave trade, it has been reported that thousands of slave ships have wrecked and sunken into the Atlantic Ocean. If the research guy and his Wabos have been paying attention to the news, or done their own research, they would have known that 10 slave ships have been recently discovered. The remnants of these slave ships were discovered in the rivers of the Americas and Africa, or along the coasts of these great continents. The last known slave ship that appeared in the United States was called the Clotilda. This ship was recently discovered in the state of Alabama in the year 2018.